Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. The thumbnail is not clickbait. Today I thought I would call the EDD and try and get an answer to a lot of the questions that you guys have had and I got hung up on. So I'll share with you how long it took me to call before I finally got through, the number that I used, and I did get one question answered that a lot of you were asking, which is, what if I started to click the reopen claim button, stopped, and then backed out and either left it as a draft or just totally backed out? They did answer that question for me before I got hung up on. So if you want to learn about that, make sure to stick around and watch this video to the end. Please take a moment and like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share the video with anyone who might find it useful. I really appreciate it. I woke up today on a mission. I was going to call the EDD, get through, and ask them all of my questions so that I could report back to you guys. And instead, what happened is I called steadily for 3 hours from 10:30 until 1:30, and I alternated between numbers. I called 1-800-300-5616, and I called 1-833-978-2511. And I alternated in those 3 hours between the two. I ultimately got through on the 1-833-978-2511 number after calling for 3 hours. When I finally got through, it told me that my hold time was going to be 13 minutes. And my hold time, I screenshotted it at 28 minutes, but it actually took a little bit longer than that. When I finally got through, they ask you for your social security number at the beginning of the call. And right off the bat, I said, hey, I actually don't have any problems right now on my claim. I just have a few general questions. Are you able to answer those for me? And she said, no. Do you have a claim? And I said, yes, I have a claim, but my claim is okay. Is it okay if I ask you just a couple of general questions? And she said, no, not unless we're looking at a specific claim. And I said, not even about the reopen claim button? Can you just tell me if that button is a glitch or not? And she did start to warm up just a tiny bit. And she said, the button is not a glitch, but you also don't need to hit it. And I said, okay, so what if I did hit it? And she said, that should work itself out on its own. And there have been lots of reports of people hitting the button, filling out the questionnaire, and now everything's okay on their claim without them having to call and follow up. I then asked, well, what if I hit the button and I realized maybe I shouldn't have, and I stopped and I saved the draft and I backed back out, or I backed out and I didn't save the draft? And she said that was also okay and that should work itself out as long as you didn't hit the submit button. And at that point, she started to say, I can't answer any more of your questions. And I pressed on and said, they're all just general questions like this. And the next thing I know, I heard a click. So she hung up on me. I was not allowed to ask any additional questions. And I am frustrated, but I also have confirmation from one of my employees that said that they had started to open the claim. They called me because they weren't sure if they were supposed to do that. And I said, no, don't do that. So they went ahead and backed out of it. They did not save the draft. And later today, they were able to certify for weeks and they didn't have to call, and it did automatically sort itself out. So I was told by both my employee and the representative that if you began the process of reopening your claim and then backed out, and as long as you didn't hit submit, that it should sort itself out. Again, they have the course of the next 2 weeks to get everything updated. And it seems like updates aren't just happening overnight. You can't just check in the morning. The employee that had everything work out for him, when he checked this morning, he still had the button to reopen claim, but later on in the day, maybe around 4 p.m., he logged onto his account and he was able to certify for benefits for the week ending 1/2 and the week ending 1/9. I also tried the hack of hitting pound when you first get through to bypass the lengthy message that you get when you call the EDD so that you can begin hitting the prompts. For me, that did not work. I still had to listen to all of that each time I called the EDD, so I'm not sure if that's a good tip, but both numbers seem to be just as good as the other. Those both funnel into the same phone system, so it shouldn't matter which number you call. I got through at 1:10 p.m., so it's possible that maybe a lot of the representatives were returning from their lunch break, and that's why I was able to get through. That might be a good time to get through. I usually recommend calling between 11 a.m. and 11:30, and other YouTubers that I trust advise calling between now 4 and 6 p.m. seems to be another sweet spot that you can try calling to get through. If you call and you're actually having problems on your claim, that does seem to be the fastest method. They're able to clear everything up for you so that you can certify for benefits right away. But calling certainly is frustrating. Again, that was a 3-hour non-stop time period of calling and trying to get through. Was told it was going to be a 13-minute wait, turned out to be over a 30-minute wait, and then they didn't even answer all of my questions. It really still does depend on getting the right rep. Sometimes people are being told when they get through to the reps that they're not able to actually help and that people just need to wait. So it's a 50-50 chance when you call if you'll get that rep that can help you with your claim. But if you do, they can clear that issue up within a matter of seconds so that you're able to certify for benefits. Now, I do understand that if you have a suspended claim and your account has been pending, the EDD still has until January 14th to send you the ID.me link. I am hearing that it's different things, different reasons that the accounts were flagged. And based on why your account was flagged, you may need to supply more or less documentation when you log on to ID.me. I know a lot of people are saying that you can just go ahead and log on to ID.me and upload your documents before you're sent the official link, but that might not work because each person's link and what documentation is required from them could be different. So on that, I still recommend waiting for the EDD to send you the ID.me link in your UI online messages and following that link to upload whatever they're requesting of you so that you're certain that that's the necessary documentation for your specific claim. After you upload your documents, some people are reporting that it's faster, but the latest that I've heard is that it can take up to 30 days. Now, obviously, if it gets cleared up faster, that's wonderful news. They're just giving that as a timeline of how long it could take after you upload your documents. I want to share one more experience with you guys about one of my other employees. He had the reopen claim button. He was on the PEUC extension. He had a $79 claim balance, which is lower than his weekly benefit amount left. It wasn't zero. It wasn't enough to really even pay him a full week. He called the EDD. They were able to clear the reopen claim button. He was able to certify for just 1 week of benefits at $79. That brings his claim down to $0. He does see the $300 boost will be paid to him. And I'm expecting that he will next get the maximum benefits paid message before they move him on to an additional 11 weeks of PEUC benefits. He's still within his benefit year. We all got furloughed in March, so our benefit year doesn't end until March. So that's what's going on with his claim. That's why he was paid for just 1 week, because that 1 week takes him down to that $0 balance. The week that he certified for was the week ending 1/2. I think that will reset his certification cycle. So again, I expect that he'll see the maximum benefits paid message crop up on his claim within the next couple of days, but I am expecting that he will be able to certify for benefits again on January 24th. I can't say with certainty what will happen with your claims, but that is what I am expecting with his claim, just to kind of give you guys an idea of what you might expect in the next couple of days. And if your benefit year is over and you're not on a PUA claim, keep in mind the PUA claims said that they expired 12/31. Most PUA claimants, whether they have been able to certify or not, are seeing a new claim expiration date of 4/10/2021. So if you're on PUA, this does not apply to you. But if you had a regular unemployment claim, if that's how your claim started off and you moved on to any of the extensions, if your benefit year is over 1 year from when you opened your claim, a lot of people are like, Shelly, I don't know when my benefit year ends because it just says extension. So for you, you want to look at the start date of your claim. For me, the start date of my claim is March 15th. So my benefit year will end 1 year after March 15th. So that's going to be roughly March 15th of 2021. So I don't need to open a new claim. But if you look at your claim and your benefit year is expired, so 1 year after you opened your claim, so if that's November of 2019, December of 2019, you are now outside of your benefit year. And it is my understanding that you need to try and open a new claim before the next piece of unemployment benefits is applied to your claim and available to you. All right, everybody. I'm sorry I don't have more information for you guys. I certainly had a lot more questions that I wanted to ask the EDD that they decided they did not want to answer for me. I also reached out to my assembly person to try and get their help with this. I listed all the questions I had for them in an email, and hopefully they will get back to me soon. I just want you guys to know that I am trying very hard by reaching out to my assemblyman, by calling the EDD. I've done a couple of news pieces trying to get the word out, and I talked to them for 30 minutes, and it's cut down to a matter of mere minutes. And I am trying to do everything that I can to get all of you guys the answers that you need and want. Let me know what else I can do for you guys. I do go live every Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're in a position to do so, I do recommend investing to try and grow your wealth. I like the stock trading app Webull. They're giving out 4 free stocks when you use my link in the description down below after you make an initial deposit of $100 or more on the platform. Thank you guys so much for watching Shelly's Millions. I'll see you next time.